Good morning, it's your boy Doug. June 5th, 2024. I'd like to say happy belated birthday to my dad, who would have been 83 today. Happy heavenly birthday, Dad. And happy birthday to those born today, June 5th, 2024. And my condolences to those who did not wake up today. It has been some years so far where we have lost some loved ones. I've lost an uncle this year. We lost O.J. Simpson. And life goes on, you know. So today I'm headed to a town I've never been to called Woodbury, Georgia. And in Woodbury, Georgia, there is a dryer made by GE that awaits me. So we're on our way to check it out. And then we're going to be joined later on. We're going to have Mr. Corey Holcomb join in on the conversation today, talk about today's events. Holcomb, Georgia. Nice little ride. Some bitches. I don't even want to say. So how's your year been going so far? We made it to the month of June. We got 6 more months left in this year until that nightmare ends. November 5th, 2024, and the new day begins January 20th. The new day begins January 20th, 2025. That's when the new day begins. I gotta fuel up because this is a good little ride. Before I get out there, I must have some fuel. You guys know me, I like to get up early before traffic because you save a lot of time and a lot of gas if you get up early, because traffic tends to slow you down, burn more gas, stop and go traffic, and your stress level goes up because you got some people who absolutely have no business out here driving. They go to these places called Copart and they'll take the fender off one car, engine off another car, and put the car together 3 different colors and have no insurance, no driver's license, and be out here trying to drive. And I understand that legal immigrants are somehow getting access to cars too with no driver's license. And identity fraud is on the rise. Somehow they're getting ID somehow fraudulently. So you guys on 60 Game, make sure you check your name and credit history and make sure nobody stole your name, because they stealing names too. They're stealing your name and your identity. And the robot finally decided to put an executive order on closing the border right as it's election time. So he took 3 years of his sweet old time, created a border crisis for 3 years, and now he's gonna uncreate it right before the election to seem so his numbers can seem like he reduced the number of immigrants crossing the border. Ain't that some bullshit? Then he weaponized the Department of Justice to convict his opponent, and everybody sees it. And congratulations to Mr. Donald Trump. Since he's been convicted, he has raised $200 million in one day after the conviction. That lets you know that people are on to Joe Biden being the crook, man. He's a robot being controlled by the system. He don't even know what's going on. But the truth shall one day rise. Trust me, the truth is going to rise. Put that in there. Put this in there. Then we're gonna get some gas. And we'll be on our way. I should have put, oh, it's over wet, not even thinking about it. I could have got him, but water under the bridge. Everything works so nicely in the mornings. No, I'm done. Now I gotta get some fuel because it's about 108 miles, man. I did them ask me. Alright, let's go get some fuel, and then we'll be on our way. By the way, I use an app called Upside that gives me credit off gas per gallon, and I recently got back with Gas Buddy. And now they send me this card to go to any pump to get 5 to 10 cents off a gallon. I put this card in first. So we're going to use this card today at a pump to get the discount. See what happens. Automatic high beams enabled. That's before I can catch the deer. And when I get back, I think I'm gonna do some working out. You guys saw my recent video of the Jeep Cherokee repair. That was successful. So now I think there is a leak in the back of the unit of the Jeep. So when it rains by the trunk, the water comes in through the back. So I'm gonna look into that. I'll probably record that too. So when it rains, water in the back of that Jeep drips in from somewhere. I think there's a gasket with a wire harness. There's a wire harness gasket that has dry rotted. I tried to repair it, but it doesn't seem to work. And the problem with that wire harness in the back door is they don't make it no more. So I got to do some research on how to get around this situation. Because when it rains, it drips water in the back bay. And one other solution is just to get a car cover, and that'll be the end of that. So let's see. We're gonna first put in our Gas Buddy card, and then we're gonna put in our credit card and see how this works. I'll be right back. So it took the Gas Buddy card. This is what it looked like, 60 gang, and it didn't require the credit card. So I guess I'll be getting a bill of my usage. It constitutes acceptance of payments in the terms of service. This card is the property of Douglas Monroe. If the card will not swipe when the retail position calls support. So I guess I'm going to get a statement in the mail. It's pretty cool. So not only am I saving money using this card, like I'm going to get, let's say I get $40, then they automatically deduct per gallon, 5 cents per gallon, whatever that comes to. I'll get a statement in the mail with the difference. So now this is my gas card, and I just wait for a statement in the mail. Not bad at all. So it's full. It's quick. And the reason it's almost full, 60 gang, is that I top off my tank. I don't wait till it gets empty. I top it off. It save gas, save money that way. So now we're off to Woodbury, Georgia. That's the name of it. It's called Woodbury, Georgia. And you going along with me? Y'all ready? And we'll be soon joined by Mr. Corey Holcomb. Let's roll. Sound like there's a window in there.
What's up, motherfuckers? We are back another Tuesday. Glad to be alive.
Yes.
When I had a heart scare. Glad to be alive. We'll get into that in a little bit. I'm Corey Holcomb. Darlene OG Ortiz. I'm going to just say Craig Fax Dex. God. And we got GD Jakes. No, I'm just
Oh, hell.
That's funny to the
Luther. No, Gooch called him GD Jakes.
Yeah,
That's some funny shit.
Luther, preacher, good brother. From the he got some stories that me and him talked about on the phone, and I just said the world deserves to hear that. But just before I go into this, I want to say something about Stephen A. Smith. Stephen A. Smith is ESPN's main boy, and he's paid a lot of money to speak the voice of the Caucasian folks who run ESPN. Long story short, they try to make the story of this young lady, Caitlin Clark, a story that is compelling for the masses to hear. like they want you to be on Caitlin Clark's side. And I'm not saying Caitlin Clark has done anything wrong. Caitlin Clark is a Caucasian female basketball player who plays for the Indiana team in the WNBA, and she's a good player. But because she's Caucasian, she's given a lot more than the nigga bitches that have been given everything they had in this league. And I just want to say this because it is my opinion people don't like to say this. When you're Caucasian and you can play, you're going to get more than the black people. When you're Caucasian and you can play, you will be considered the greatest ever. They make the people on ESPN say Tom Brady is the greatest to ever play. Here's a Caucasian male who played in the NFL, and I could name 10 NFL players. You don't even want to try and say, oh, Tom Brady was better than him. You know what I'm saying? Tom Brady was a great player, no doubt, but it's like you do too much. And now you're trying to do too much with this one girl where when she gets fouled hard, it's the end of the world.
What did he?
They act like it's the end of the world. Oh, they fouled her hard.
What did he say in particular? What did he do?
He always takes up for the establishment.
And what did he say? Cause I'm out of it. But I've seen a lot of stories about these two girls. So
he takes up for the establishment, and what happened was he was into this debate with a young lady that's, as he said, he allows on his show. Her name is Monica McNutt.
oh, his.
It's a great name.
That's her name, Monica McNutt.
What happened when you hit it? Nah, you said.
I don't know if she is into guys or whatever. But with the makeup on, she hittable. Without the makeup on, you got to take her to Olive Garden. But her and Stephen A got into it, and she really put him on blast. But the point I just want to drive is this. Stephen A. Smith will not admit that you are the company man. You're the company man. You're a boy. And everybody who comes on your show, and I'm talking about athletes with superhero strength, they can't really check you like they want to because you're the head boy at ESPN. And if you say anything different, you're talking around the facts.
Now, Corey, you know he's real sensitive.
I know he's real sensitive.
He gonna get mad when he hears this, you know.
And I can't do nothing about it. Somebody has to tell the truth. You are not some good person. You are a boy for ESPN. And I remember one day when you spoke out about women, you said something about, well, if they don't watch what they doing, you said something. They suspended you,
they
boy.
scared him.
And ever since that, you've been a good boy. Ever since you got back. So Stephen A. Smith, everybody who smiled with you because you're the head boy at ESPN, if it makes you feel better to live that life, then live that life. But Corey Holcomb, 5150, am here to remind you once again, you a boy. And not many people like your ass. They smile with you. Anybody who's smiling with you, Stephen A., you should be offended by that. Because they being phony with you. Yuck, 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 yuck. Just like me. Every time I smile with bitches, I be like, God damn it, I shouldn't have did that. Knowing I can't stand a bitch. But I do what I have to do to be able to wash up after I'm through.
Can I say this public announcement?
Please.
Please do not try to run up on Corey Holcomb. Do not think that he's that he don't have anybody behind his back.
No, I'm nothing. I'm a nobody.
No. I have to let people know because I get people, man. You get your boy Corey. No, you don't know who's standing behind them. So please do not feel like I'm gonna get Corey.
I'm nothing.
Don't try to tap him on the
Good
shoulder.
guy.
I got Securitas to have my back. I got licensed guard card agents.
Please do not run up on Corey. I just want to say, I asked a person this question: have you ever met Jesus? And when they say no, then you're gonna meet him today.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Hey, that's a real thing.
I've heard of that.
I witnessed somebody get murdered the other day.
You witnessed what?
I witnessed somebody get murdered and brought back to life 2 days ago. It was the rawest shit I ever seen in my life.
What happened?
I was shooting I'm in this documentary called the simpidemic, about this whole simping culture now with OnlyFans.
Simpidemic, I love that.
So I led a march against simping 2 days ago. There's like 100 people out there following me. I had the bullhorn. We got to stop simping, close down OnlyFans. So we go on a break because it's for a film. And I'm sitting down at Kevin Hart's restaurant, the one on Sunset.
Okay.
By the high school. Mm-hmm.
And I'm sitting in a chair. I'm sitting next to my boy. This Filipino girl and I are talking. Me and my boy are talking to the girl. She's the PR person for the company. This motherfucking bus pull up. Somebody get kicked off the bus. So the person who get kicked off the bus walks from the bus into Kevin Hart's restaurant. But before he opens the door, instead of opens it, he throws a bag at the door, almost breaks the window. Then walks inside, goes in. When he comes out, the table I'm sitting at, it's a drink on the table, a bottle of water, and the Filipino girl is facing him. The crazy motherfucker grabbed the bottle and throw it at her face.
What?
Bam! Before we could do anything. So we get up and we rush him, but her boyfriend or her dude was standing around the corner. He was in the film too. So right before we get to him, he grabbed him from the back and put him in a chokehold and lift him off his feet. And he starts saying, "You know what that feel like? That's what it feel like when you about to die, you motherfucker." He said, I'm about to kill you, nigga. And he kept saying, "This is what it feel like when you about to die, nigga." He said that shit like 3 or 4 times. So we kind of started grabbing him like, "Nigga, don't kill this motherfucker," right? The motherfucker started shaking, fall to the ground, folded up on the ground with his legs like beneath him, like convulsing. Then this nigga slap him. Bow. Then he slapped him 2 more times. Bow, wake your ass up. He said, and the dude woke up like, "Why are you slapping me?" He's like, "That's what's stopping you from dying, nigga. I'm bringing the electricity back to your body."
So he didn't.
yeah.
Wow, he didn't want to do mouth to mouth.
I was like, wow.
I've seen that before.
That's some crazy shit.
I actually was excited by that story for some reason.
Jesus, I
The
know.
coldest shit I ever seen in my life. And they kill a nigga and wake him back up.
Did they charge the guy for attempt?
No,
like
the motherfucker was crazy once he woke
no,
back
no,
up.
no, the guy that was protecting his girl.
No, the police never
good.
came. Police never came.
Good.
Oh
Sorry.
damn! I wish I would have saw it, man. I like to see
Yeah, that shit
people.
was beautiful.
I like to see people get justice like that. Just like when somebody, don't you be wishing you could catch somebody breaking in your car?
Oh,
Won't
man.
that be beautiful just to walk up on them and be like, "What you doing, man?" I'm gonna get in this car.
Yeah, they got
Oh,
anything
yeah.
good in there? Yeah, exactly. Yeah, come on. Oh man. No.
Back to the main thing.
Okay.
I have brought my friend Luther here because great injustices are being done in the field that my brother works in. My brother is a preacher. My brother Luther right here. He has his church in Atlanta. What's the name
What's
of the
the
church?
name of it? Yeah.
Worship Center of Atlanta.
Worship Center of Atlanta. Ladies and gentlemen.
Is it
You
not?
didn't have to say Atlanta like that.
Is it not?
That's the only way to say it now.
Yes,
First you land in Atlanta, you be like, officer, can you help me? What you want?
Yeah, is everybody invited? You know how some people, some churches are
absolutely.
okay. Because some,
no,
you know,
no.
Everybody's invited. Luther has an open policy at his church.
well, that is beautiful.
All is welcome.
Yeah.
Corey comes. So
Oh, well, then
This
hell,
is what I like about
look,
Luther
then hell
Church.
Yeah. I go,
All the women who are up front got to put towels over their legs at his church. I actually think that's a good thing, because you cannot effectively deliver the word of God with a monkey staring at you.
well, what about the top?
Huh?
Do they have to have like covered top too?
Titties are natural.
That's
And
I don't get excited over titties that much. I mean, it'll give me some attention to you, but a titty ain't nothing. A monkey is different.
Yeah, okay. That I guess different strokes for different folks. Because some men,
Some men like
you
titties.
hear people say, "I'm a boob man" or "I'm a butt man" or whatever. So
Men who like titties a lot, you can't leave them with the nieces and nephews to babysit.
Well, I think church should be topless for women. You know,
Oh, here we
plus,
go.
if God is in your heart, He can breathe better when you got your shirt off.
Oh my
here we
God.
go.
Oh
See
my
if God is in their
Gotta
heart.
be in there struggling. Take your shirt off. Let God breathe better.
Glad your nipple hole big.
Oh my God. You know, when Corey came to the church the first time, I was looking at him while I was preaching. And I said, you know what, Corey's getting all kind of material right now. You should have seen the look on his face.
Oh,
No,
like
because that big thick lady was there.
was she
Who is
fit?
that
Now,
big
do-
thick lady?
Man, I don't know who you're talking about.
Gone.
What? She caught the Holy Ghost?
All that stuff like
was
that.
in-
She be too into it, and she's super thick. You know who I'm talking about, Luther. You can play it off if you want to. We ain't got to say who. But Luther, I know you know.
What you do when they ass clap and they get the Holy Ghost? When they think like that, it be...
Man,
A lot of them stink when they be
first
on the
of all,
ground.
Corey will tell you, I take very seriously what I do. And
He does.
I don't pay no attention to that. Yes.
That is what the topic is about today, because Luther is about to say something that I think a lot of people should hear, and I'm going to let him be him, and Luther knows I'm going to be me. That's why I feel good about Luther coming on the show. He's not going to be mad at me. I'm going to speak from the heart about this. But when he was telling me this type of stuff happens, I really feel like people who don't even think like this should hear what happens amongst these alleged preachers in church.
But I don't understand why you guys in the comedy world, this is how it all started, in the comedy world, why y'all get so upset about it. You know, I mean, it's just a simple conversation.
No,
a simple conversation to be had.
I don't like perpetrators of my craft. The comedy clubs are having problems filling up because too many consumers have gone to comedy shows where the acts were just internet sensations and they stunk up the joint because they wasn't the real deal talent. They just had popularity.
So all the internet sensations you're saying is garbage. There's not one out there that really do what they do.
There's a handful of internet comics that are worth going to see, but not many.
I think with any field, you know.
But they're the ones who's stealing other people's materials.
They do what they have to do to try to make themselves relevant, and they're way over their head because the audience expects you to do 45 minutes to an hour, and these people can't come up with 45 to an hour of riveting material to speak to the people. Now, Luther, I've been able to hide out in this part of the entertainment world for years.
Right.
I pay my bills being able to go speak to the people at clubs or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. I don't like the fact that when I look at the calendar, they saw 2 busters that month, and now I'm here. So we're talking about the basic consumer has been jaded where they don't believe in the process no more.
But you're Corey Holcomb. They know what they're gonna get kind of show with you though.
That's why I'm able to find a way. But what I'm saying is you messing with the culture of this game if you're being put out there
Before you're ready.
Before you're ready. You're messing with the culture. You're messing with the final dollar, in fact. Because there are people who go to comedy clubs saying, oh, this is a comedy club, so it should be good.
Well, it's the comedy club's fault because they look at the followers those people have and feel that they're going to fill those seats up. And it's not really their fault. It's the comedy club's fault for putting them on anyways to begin with. They should have, look at what their trial sermon looked like.
Right. Speaking of trial sermons, my brother Luther has informed me that pastors, let me say that again. Alleged pastors have called him after watching his sermon and said, hey Luther, I'm gonna do your sermon in front of my people. God. Did I say that wrong?
Wait.
No, see, okay.
I'm gonna give you a chance to get it right. Let's go ahead.
So here you go, Corey. They say it like this. They like, man, I'm gonna take it for myself. But this is what they say. The first time, I'm gonna give you credit. The second time, I'm gonna say we had a conversation. The third time is gonna be mine. That's
Wait,
I don't understand.
More than one?
Wait,
What do you mean they?
I don't
More than
understand.
one?
Look, you my man. You told me,
but
people come to you and tell you,
yeah,
I watched what you did,
right, and I'm gonna repreach it. I'm gonna repreach it.
Is that common?
Now, see, I don't have a problem with somebody coming with a sermon that they thought of that may have been inspired by you. But you told me they said
we're all inspired with each other.
Because you just want people to receive the word.
See, this is my thing is. This is
Luther,
not.
You done told me. I have been with Luther. Luther will stop what he doing. I got to get ready for Sunday, Corey. I got to break away. I got to get ready, so I'm
My
prepared.
my Saturdays, I shut away. I shut away on Saturdays.
I'd have been with you.
Mhm.
Luther will stop what he's doing because he wants to be what he says he is in front of his congregation. And it's quite respectable because I done been to church. Look, this is like, this is the homie to me. So when I go to his church, I'm just like, huh. But then after I hear him, I'm like, okay, Luther for real. He the real deal. I told you this before you even told me that.
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
you my preacher, Luther. You dead ass about
If any preacher you make it known, any preacher you listen to is me, because you always get a message out of it that
You
helps you.
can't be phony with me. If you phony with me, we gonna fall out. That's what I tell anybody. If you phony with me, we gonna fall out. He puts effort into it. So you feel like it's okay for somebody to redo your sermon?
Can I tell you why I have a problem with it?
Okay.
I have no problem with it because they come to me about it. I'm gonna give you an example. There was one individual that was getting ready to go do TBN. This is before I was even out there real strong. It was before I was even doing television. And he called me and said, "Hey man, this particular sermon that you preach about Mary at the cross." I said, "Yeah, what about it?" I remember I was in California. He called me and he said, and I gave him the rundown. I told him my points and I told him I set it up for him. I said, "What you need it for?" He said, "Man, I'm about to do TV tonight and I'm about to use it." But this is the thing I tripped out about. When he got on there, he didn't say I had a conversation with Luther. He didn't say that Luther inspired me or something like that. He says, I laid before the Lord and I studied before the Lord and the Lord gave me this revelation. I called him. I said, "You lying?" I said, "Really, man?" He said, "Oh, I owe you some tithes for that one, huh?" Yeah.
Right, but this is what I'm trying to say, Luther. See, I don't expect you to tell me who it is, because you gotta see these guys. But I'm saying, like, men who take this thing called religion and hustle it are really not respectable to me. Like, for example, we got a preacher. I ain't gonna say his name. He got some BBL bitches, the first lady of the church. Now, you know, we all know who this is. It's not respectable to put this woman of the game in front of the people who might actually love church and come for the real message.
So okay.
You better not make an excuse for that motherfucker.
No.
'Cause I know that's your man.
Listen,
You better not make an excuse for that.
This is the question I have for you, man. Because remember, I brought him on your show before.
I love the nigga, but
Okay, hold on. So are you telling me that they got to have some type of an image? Then that's being fake. Are you saying they got to have a type of image to be a first lady or a pastor's wife? Is that what you're trying to say?
What I'm trying to say is this. Me and you are not stupid. When you got a woman dressed like a streetwalker,
No.
up at the church come on, man. It ain't like
She had a flowing dress on that Sunday.
What?
Ooh, sometimes that could be the worst.
Man,
Them little summer.
See,
them
Luther,
summer.
I hate that we know these people, man, because I can't make excuses for you when it comes to the real. Just like with comedy, if you're not ready, in my opinion, I tell you, I don't feel you ready. That don't mean it's the word of God, but I do say this.
But sometimes I might be in the jeans and a t-shirt up there preaching. I mean,
I know I seen you in them real tight jeans preaching one day, boy.
Oh my God.
Boy, you
Man,
had
it's
those
called-
sweatpants with blazing on one day, and I was like, okay, that's Luther. You know what I'm saying? But Luther, let me tell you something. Do you think a woman in some stretch pants and a blazer should be addressing a church as a speaker?
I probably won't pay attention to anything she had to say.
Depending on how
there
big
you
her
go.
booty. If her booty is wider than her back, no.
It's just like even people that's in the praise team and choir, they could be a distraction.
You can't have ass in love.
Luther, you own the 5150 show. I can't save you. Do you think a woman should be able to be a preacher at church?
Be a preacher at church?
Yes, I'm asking you.
Man, my mother's a pastor. Absolutely. I love women preachers. I grew up around women preachers all my life.
Do you know that in the Bible, Luther,
What?
do you know it already? You know what I'm finna say,
Come
right?
correct with it, because you gotta make sure you can't take it out of context. What we talking
I'm not
about?
taking it out of
What we
context.
talking about? Women being silent? That's what you talking about?
Women ain't got no business.
No, you gotta understand.
Now I will let you finish.
Now
Here it is.
understand the context of that. During that particular time, at that particular time, then what took place and happened was the women was being distracted. They was talking and everything else. That was for that particular time, not the church as a whole. Because if that is the case, we wouldn't have no women in the choir. We wouldn't have no women singing. They wouldn't be doing nothing. And then Paul talked about one time receiving Priscilla and Aquila. So he even sent out women as far as preachers. No, that was for that particular time and what was happening during that time right then and there on that particular text. So people take that out of context and try to muffle women when women are very powerful even in that pulpit more than even men.
God say.
I can get that. I can get that. However, I feel what he's saying when it comes to presentation.
No, he was talking about period. He's talking about the women preachers, period. That's what
It
he's
shouldn't be
talking
women preachers.
about. No,
Oh,
man.
well, that I
no,
don't
no.
agree
According
with.
to this Bible that y'all go by.
Okay, we want to go back even Old Testament? Even Old Testament in Judges, it talked about Deborah the prophet. Okay?
Who is that?
It's in the book of Judges. Go look at it. I think I'm thinking about Judges 8 or something like that. I'm sure somebody will put it up on the screen right about now. Even talk about that, man. So you got women who was in ministry. You know that the first woman. Hold on. Do you know who the first person who delivered the word about Jesus risen? A woman.
Who?
A woman.
Who?
See, you got.
Wait a minute, Jack.
Don't say a woman.
That's all I'm trying to figure out.
Oh my God.
What is gossiping heifer at? Who is her name?
When she went to the tomb.
We can't talk about Mary. Mary was a bust down.
She,
Mary told Joseph
okay.
she knocked up immaculately.
You believe
That was bullshit even back then, goddammit. Mary belonged to the game. Jesus a side baby. Nobody know who Jesus daddy really is.
That's why I pray for you all the time.
Yeah.
You praying for me?
You do Jesus bad.
The Bible.
Jesus bad.
Didn't God create woman from her rib to place her in a subordinate position? You know what I mean? If she wasn't,
No, that's out of context too as well.
Okay.
Well, watch this. Let me ask you something else. Okay, so you feel like women should be able to preach?
Absolutely.
Okay, all right.
I'm all for it. Matter of fact, really, man, a lot of women preachers that are around me, I kind of like guide them through things because I don't want them to get caught up on some of the games that other preachers and other people try to do with women. And because, at the end of the day, they talk about how this is a man's world. And so some of the things, I'm very protective of women preachers because of that fact, because my mother is a pastor. And I seen that growing up with women preachers everywhere.
Does she still?
My mother's still pastoring.
Do you think it's okay to make the Bible what you want it to be instead of what it says?
You got to know the context of behind it. So you just take.
So you got to know the context of words.
You got to have the context behind it. You got to know the history behind it. Why?
But even then, a lot of people are going to interpret it their own way.
It says that women should remain silent in church and not have positions of authority. That's it.
How was that out of context? I want to see you.
Women can be assistant managers in the church. They can work the cash register.
Everything a woman says to you, she's supposed to say, "Can I have your attention for a second, please?" And whisper it to you in front of people. That's how it really supposed to go.
So she can whisper the whole
If your
time.
girl talking loud, she out of pocket. If you sitting at home watching the game with 3 of your guys, and your girl be like, "Hey, you."
Oh, yeah.
I'll be like, "What's wrong with you, man? Don't get your bitch. You can't get this motherfucker, man." But we can go watch the game in the Buffalo Wild Wings. We ain't got to put up with this bitch.
Who is the number one influential voice in your life?
Probably your mama.
Me.
No. Who is in your life?
I just answered it honestly.
You know it's your mother.
Man, my mother.
For most people.
My mother is somebody who has my back. In fact, she got all her kids back. Almost to the point where it's crazy. Because I got a sister that ain't shit. Dirtbag bitch. But my mama still love her, and she treat her good like she treat the rest of them good, even though this bitch ain't shit. So my mama, it's my job, Luther, to try to be the counsel to my mama and let her know, I know you got motherly love for your daughter, but the bitch ain't shit. So that's why my mama could never preach at a church, because she'll preach probably you should love people no matter what, but I don't feel that way. My daughter, I mean my sister is an ain't shit bitch, and it's my job to not only tell my mama my sister ain't shit, protect her from that ain't shit bitch, because she do rotten shit to people. You see what I'm saying? Like, I'm the man. I got to rise up above all the emotions and everything, and I think I'm built to do that.
Man, I bet your mother lived by love covered the multitudes of sin, and that's the reason why your mother still have that love for your sister and can look past her faults and walk her through her issues.
And you just won't understand.
Yeah, you just won't understand it because you will want somebody to walk through your issues with you. So that's why your mother is living by that.
If I was a piece of shit, I think I would own being a piece of shit.
Well, that's you.
Some people don't see it. Some people are blinded by their own self.
What technically makes you a piece of shit? Because there's people who got their stuff together, been to college, doctors.
I can't even give my mama shit. I bought my mama one of them MacBooks back in the day. My sister stole it in a couple of days and went and sold it.
Okay, that's a piece of shit.
It's a piece of shit, bitch. Motherfucker, my homies who work at the county in Chicago. Hey man, there's some bitch in here saying she your sister. The Cook County Sheriff niggas. Yeah. I'm like, what's her name? I was like, yeah, that bitch, that's my sister. Watch that funky bitch.
But it's
she
not.
a dirtbag motherfucker.
She was locked up.
She stayed locked up.
Did they put her in the hole? You told them to put her in the hole?
I wish they would.
But it's not like your mother doesn't know. Most mothers do.
Yeah.
Like people would know if they. But
that's why I'm saying
again,
They
she's
look
a
past
mother.
it. They look beyond
But
it
at least
and try
you're
to walk
there
through it.
in case it goes any further. Right.
My mother, in my opinion, is a woman who loves her seeds unconditionally. Right. But that's a weakness.
Right.
That you will never understand.
My daughter has done things that make me put her in a space where I'm like, you stay right here. You remember?
Yeah, right.
Remember in Django? You stay right here. I can't have you up on me, because if I have you up on me, you gonna get me.
That's right. Yeah.
What you got to say, Craig?
Most people who are pieces of shit suffer from cluster B personality disorder. Either they have narcissism, antisocial behavior disorder, borderline personality disorder, or they're histrionic. So most of the time, it's when a mother has love for a child like that, she knows that the child ain't right up top. So that's what if somebody that's a piece of shit, Corey, that's like an outright just. They either got some type of Asperger's or some type of trauma going on in their brain that they've never been able to deal with. Some people have been dealing with the same trauma since they was 12, 11, 10. They 51, and they still doing shit thinking that their father gonna come save them.
Do you believe somebody can be born a piece of shit?
No.
I've witnessed it.
Born, Corey.
I told my mama when my sister was a child, that's an ain't shit bitch right there. Just like I had a cousin.
Out the belly.
He was gay as a Happy Meal about 2. I said, that right there
That nigga been holding that bottle too long.
be a dick handler. That boy right there gonna handle dicks.
He was spinning the bottle on one finger. Like
The whole family.
So how did you decide that he was going to be having an alternative lifestyle?
He had a twitch. You see it. Why we acting like when he was young? He had a twitch. I'm like, look at him. Look at him walk. Why his hand in his pamper?
He was crawling gay, huh?
He was what?
I said he was crawling gay. Gay crawl.
Yeah, he had a switch with his crawl. Luther, can a gay man preach in front of the people?
Hell no.
you answered before he can answer.
Okay, this is all I'm going to say. Everybody have their own proclivities.
What is a proclivity?
You got a t-shirt?
Whatever it's an issue. None of us are.
That was when sticky shit come out your mouth.
None of us are perfect. And whatever a sin is a sin, and there's not one greater sin than the other. And because of, and I'm not saying about that a person may have that struggle.
I put you on the spot. You live in Atlanta. I'm sorry.
No, you ain't put me on the spot.
Okay.
A person who has that struggle, it's like they don't really want to be there, but they still want to live right and do right, but they still have that struggle. A lot of people, you got a struggle.
What's my struggle? I want to know.
But he don't have.
Hey, listen.
I could laugh at all my struggles.
I ain't gonna put you on the spot.
No, see.
I could
You
laugh.
got your own.
Every struggle I get, I'm telling you, this is why it's not effective when people use it against me. I done said it already.
Okay.
I'll be like,
Okay.
man, I fucked up.
But
I
you,
did this, or whatever.
but you don't want to live like that, and you still working on it, correct? Dang, Darlene, why you have to say that?
Because I'm a man.
I'm always working to be a better individual, but the point that I'm making
Yeah, because
right
you're not
now,
the same Corey I knew back then.
well,
Just like I'm not the same Luther you knew back then.
Right, but can a man who has openly admitted he likes to have sex with men be a preacher in a church? And that's,
A man is not going to straight come out like that unless they're at an affirming, loving gender church.
what is it called?
An affirming, loving gender
Bisexual
church.
church.
A fruit booty church.
That's the only time that
Backdoor.
but other than that, they're not going to just straight come out.
Well, because-
Backdoor temple. Can you open them and make
tell you,
money?
Corey, we may know that they may be cut like that, but we don't got no pictures of proof and being
No, if you got
with
pictures,
them.
you one of them. If you got pictures, you
What you
one of
say,
them.
Luther? You ain't got no pictures of
Oh,
proof.
proof.
You don't stop. Because that picture, you know the picture I'm thinking about. Back
And
to
and
Luther.
so far, the ones that we, I guess, sort of know of, well, they're not here any longer, but the ones that we sort of know of that
Gay
were
preacher?
what? Not pictures, but stories.
Oh, okay, right.
He's since passed, right? The one I'm talking about.
Oh.
You talking about the one that our brother corrected us about last time?
They say Corey Christ.
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm saying they just gave us a no pun intended, bad taste in our mouths because they.
Ooh.
What's the brother's name that passed?
The one that passed.
That had
He
that all
corrected us
those
about-
young men were saying all those same stories.
I don't want to say his
about.
name because I know Dave was
Right,
cool.
you
Like
put
he
him on
said
that
it's
one.
cool to say his name.
That person looked like that. What's his name?
Oh.
Or the little muscle shirts.
Luther
he be working
corrected
out.
us about him the last time.
Okay.
Like I said,
I'm just saying, but listen.
regardless of the stories, I never seen that side of him. I was always
No, not
around.
that one. This one's already passed.
You ain't never
This
been
man is
to
gone.
He's
You ain't never been to a party at church?
TD Jakes not passed.
No, not TD. The other one.
The other one I'm talking about, right? The one you know I'm talking about,
Passed.
right?
Ooh.
He died from, they say, cancer.
Cancer, but he looked really sick at the very end.
Yeah,
Ooh.
Hey, what is his name, Craig? You
His
know,
name.
yes, you can. The one that was getting the one.
Look on there.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Oh, he was dressed.
Anyway, listen,
Ooh.
because of preachers like that and stories like that, it's because remember.
So let me ask you this, darling.
Wait,
Have
wait
you
a
ever had a
second.
story on you?
Sure, but listen. No, where I was going, I'm not done. Where I was going was, remember the story on him and a few others that I know of. I just can't, on the top of my head, think of their names. They go so against being gay, so against it.
Ooh.
These sort of preachers like him, Eddie Warren, they'll go against gays so tough, and yet they have that stigma around them. They have that vibe about them. But that's what I'm saying. They give us such a bad taste
I heard his asshole look like
Because-
a camera lens.
Oh, that's crazy.
because they just
It's not.
it just seems that that's the majority. That when we see that they go so against it, where they speak so bad about being that way, and yet we find out that that's how that they have those ways.
When the stories came out, and I'm not justifying because there's other people who were involved in it, and I'm not trying to offend anyone. But I look at that.
Don't you have to offend people to be an effective preacher?
I convict them. There's conviction. I don't convict them. The Holy Spirit convicts them on what I teach about to convict them to do better. Okay, in their life. But just like all of us are sitting here have had somebody talked about us that something wasn't true. They try to put stuff on us that wasn't true.
Sure,
my
that's
God,
part of
we've been through that. I've been through
that's part of the game,
Right.
being in the public eye.
Matter of fact, I had got a call today. My ex-wife ex-husband reached out to me today. I was having a conversation with him because he says, man, all the stuff that was said about you, I just know it's not true.
But why he even say that to you?
That's a long story within itself. So this is my thing. This is my thing.
The fuck you calling me for, cake ass nigga? That's what I'd have been like.
Fuck that
bitch.
But this is. I just said that's his ex-wife now too.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
So, but this to my point. There's people who say stuff about you that know ain't true, and people who really know you and know your character. I knew him and I knew his character. So all the other stuff that people say is, I just know what I didn't see while around.
So you're not saying that it wasn't true. You're just saying.
I'm saying I know what I know him for to be as.
I never saw Puffy riding dick, but I believe in my soul.
Well, we do know he whoops some tail. We do know that.
Well, I seen him whoop a bitch.
Well, we
I ain't never seen him whoop no nigga.
No, I'm not talking about no
Not
guy.
him himself.
I'm talking about a woman. We do know that about him.
Who?
No, we of course because we seen it.
You talking about Puffy?
Right,
Yeah, I
'cause we
seen him
seen
whoop a
it.
bitch. I ain't never seen him whoop a nigga.
But when
I seen him get loud when he got back up with him.
That's what I was gonna
I
say.
ain't never seen a nigga whoop no nigga.
Guys like that pay.
I ain't never seen him run up on no nigga.
Oh, he ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, they
You see
don't.
what I'm saying?
He's not about that life.
They don't do
I seen him get
themselves.
loud with niggas because he had a mom.
Yeah, he's not about that life. He's not about
I've
that.
seen that. I ain't never seen him whoop no nigga. If your claim to fame is whooping a bitch on motherfucking tape, that says a lot about you. That means you got to whoop a nigga just to
people
show
like that with-
motherfuckers you can whoop a nigga.
But they
He just
pay.
trying to
They
work his
pay.
way up to
Darling,
niggas. You gotta knock out
he helped me
these
out and was
10
very
bitches before you
instrumental
find
on a
a
lot of
nigga.
things for me.
Say that again, Craig.
He just Puffy trying to work his way up to fight niggas. You know, you gotta knock out at least 10 bitches before you start fighting niggas.
You know what, man? Something wrong with you, man. You've been around Corey too long, man.
Me myself,
So
I
he
never
was-
hit
Atlanta
girls
too.
hard.
Eddie Long, he's from
Yeah.
Atlanta too.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not supposed to.
Right.
Yeah. You're actually supposed to hold the hand open to the jab get right before the mouth. Bow. It'll make it quicker. You know, she won't even know it hit her till you pull your hand back.
So are you talking about that from experience?
No, I've never hit a woman, but I watched the Puffy tape.
I don't like to hit women. Women, when you hit them, that's a sin. You are supposed to
A
submit
man
a
who
woman.
fights a woman
Like
can't fight.
Right.
A man who fights a woman cannot fight.
What if you just choke her out?
You say a man who fight a woman?
That man
What if
who
a
beats
girl?
women,
What
man
if a
who
girl
beats
is
women
literally
can't fight. He
trying to
can't
fight
Corey.
you?
Well, that's
He
Are you
can't
gonna
fight.
just let her beat you up,
That's called
Luther?
protecting
Nah, I
yourself.
got
That's
You,
called
you,
stopping.
you know how to restrain a
Prevent.
woman.
Right.
No, you don't.
Restrain him and just shake him a little bit. Just shake him, man. You'll be all right.
Shake him?
Hold on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With
Yeah.
the
See
Bible.
people hold them.
Yeah, just hold
What the
on.
Bible say?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
bitches got stoned in the Bible. They put bitches in holes and threw rocks at the bitches till they were dead.
With the Bible.
That's all I know. That's all I'm trying to tell you. The Bible wasn't bullshit with bitches.
The Bible.
They was turning bitches to rocks. Don't turn around, bitch.
But don't you think that's one-sided, man? Like when they caught the woman in adultery, and the man came and brought her to Jesus, and they was ready to stone the woman. But where's the man that she was with? That's one-sided.
He stoned her before that with that dick.
The Bible don't say you can't.
See, you know what? He gonna use that in his show now. He gonna.
The Bible say you can't what?
You can't give a bitch a noogie. You just
What's the noogie?
You know,
That thing we burn the scalp.
y'all don't give nuggies in Chicago. You nuggie off a sideburn. Shit, act right.
In Spanish,
That's a hard
we call it-
rub,
in
but you
Spanish,
know.
we call it a cucaso.
No, it's like this. When Luther come up here, I fuck with him about different things that happens in the church that I see. But I'm serious as I say this. I really don't think a woman should be preaching to a group of people, because I feel like most of the time women speak off emotion and feelings. And if you're giving a sermon that's off emotion and feelings, it's gonna get sugarcoated. All of a sudden, well, Jesus didn't mean that when he said that. What he meant was this. You get what I'm saying?
Well, thank
Well,
goodness you have
there's
choices
some
on where to
women.
go.
There are some women who really need to go study and know their word They just want to be pretty and prissy and be up there. But there are some phenomenal women preachers that are out there.
There might be, I think
Is it?
Absolutely. My mother's one of them.
See?
Well, see, I
She's
can't
a
argue
living
with your mom, Luther. I don't
She's a
wanna say
living-
nothing about
she's-
your
she's-
mom.
no,
I
'cause
seen
she's-
your mom
she's a living legend
talk
out
to
here.
you on, what was that? Some video.
Mhm.
Have I met your mother in person?
No, you never
I haven't
met
met
you-
your mother in
no.
person, but I see how she talks, and I see why you are who you are. Because you really are, in my opinion. You try to be a good dude. If you didn't try to be a good dude, you and me, we would never get along.
Never get along.
Cause I'll be like, fuck you, nigga, you're bullshit. That's who I am. If you're around,
You call me a jack leg preacher, huh?
is that what they call it? A jack leg?
Beta male.
I always fall out with motherfuckers who ain't keeping it a buck. Cause I try to be quiet there. What that?
Just by listening, he's a beta male preacher. He is not a real preacher. He's riding off the coattails of his mom. That makes him a beta male. Because he believes in the non-order of God rather than the order of God. He says that his mom is just as good as any other male preacher, and that's not true. This preaching game is in the past now because everybody's in it for the money and sex and drugs and alcohol. The religious game is now been monetized where people are just getting in it for the money, the fame, the sex, and the drugs. You know, and the way I capsulize it is that the devil has won the church. The devil's in the church. That's why most churches are empty, because the youth see right through the phoniness and the fakeness of what the churches have to offer, and it's basically they want you to believe as they think, and it's not always that way, because the true order of God is God over man, man over woman, woman over child. The devil has broken that order by entering the church and broke the order of God by allowing women and those beta males who are basically women in male bodies. The church has now been deteriorated and is no longer respected. That's why you look at a church now, most of the churches have very little attendance because they detached from God and grasped hold to the devil. They believe in the money and the power and the struggle of having you believe one way and not the real way. They group thought. And the problem with black people is they're weak enough to go for it.
What about that time? Yeah. Anyway,
That's why I think Corey C can get along with anyone. It's just being real.
I can't get along with most folks because most folks lie. I have seen my
But
brother
Corey put on
Luther compromise himself trying to be a good dude. Maybe he's seen me do it, but I'm saying one day I saw Luther because he's a good dude. Or I'll put it like this, he tries to be fair or whatever. I've seen him compromise himself in a couple of positions where I'll be like, nice guy shit. Knowing if we do what we supposed to do, a lot of people won't like us. If we do what we supposed to do on this planet, you're gonna be hated.
Real spill.
Right.
So what I'm saying is, as we talk about this stuff that's in the Bible, because it say women shouldn't be preaching, just plain as day. Just plain as day.
Take it
It ain't
out
no
of,
diss to
take
no
it out of
female
context.
preacher.
Take it out of context. You take it out of context. But go ahead.
You know what they said directly, Luther. I'm saying
Yeah,
they really
but that was
said.
for that particular time, Corey.
Time don't
So
change.
you're saying
That was
religion
only- that was
has a
on-
time stamp
no.
on it?
That was said for only that particular time. If that's the case, women should not be
What
doing
proof for that?
nothing in the church. If
What
that's the
proof do
case.
you
They
have?
shouldn't be. But getting the dinners together after the men get through putting it all
But you
together.
know the church is mainly
And mopping.
the church is mainly full with the women because half of y'all men ain't really coming nowhere.
I don't like going to church because I'm just going to get in trouble. All of them going to want to give me some pussy.
Oh my
If I hang out, look, if I go to Atlanta, we need to do some type of study. How fast can you get some pussy at church in Atlanta? It's too easy.
I got to pray for Corey tonight. Oh my gosh, I got to pray for him tonight.
Look, if I hung out at your church, it'd probably take me about 3 months to smash at least 3 women at the church, even if you warned them I was coming. They gonna give in. I'm charming with a couple of dollars. I mean, hey, God told me to give you that. Okay, Corey, yeah.
Wow.
That's what happens. It's what church is really for a bunch of people who look for licks in safer havens. That's what a church is. They don't want to hit the club, so they go to church where it's safer. And it's a lot of people with good intentions at church. That's what I'm saying. Like,
That's his sexy. That's why.
But this is how
I ain't look shocked. I'm just listening to you. I'm here. I'm listening to you. I want you going.
Even if you told the girls, don't fuck Corey, he coming to the church for about a month, I'ma still fuck him. After I smile, don't you know the devil was handsome? They said that shit. I'm the devil.
No, you're not. Corey, don't say that.
I'm not the devil.
No, don't say that.
See, to you, the devil
I'm trying.
Underground waiting for all us to come.
The devil's out here walking around.
Listen, I'm trying to get Corey safe. Yeah, I'm trying to get.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Luther's trying to save me.
Yeah.
You got quite the task.
Oh, listen, yeah, indeed I do.
At least you already start. No, I was gonna say the name. You're starting with the name Luther. What do you think about that, Luther? I mean,
You got any?
But you know, Luther means
What's his name?
is great warrior.
yeah.
Luther means great warrior?
Yeah.
But you
I
know,
believe that.
yeah.
Does Corey have a meaning?
Oh no, it's not the
Does
devil.
Craig mean anything?
In Chinese, it means rock, Mandarin.
Oh, we're gonna look that
No,
up.
for
You think
real, I
Google
had a
say it?
Chinese teacher, a 3rd grade teacher. She told me. I've always believed it. I've never proved it, but she told me my shit mean rock.
I think she was trying to make you feel good.
Not crack rock either, nigga. A stone on a mountain rock.
A Craig is a stone on a mountain rock?
Yeah,
In Mandarin?
I believe so. Can somebody please validate that? I don't know if Miss Wong was bullshitting me or not.
I'm gonna ask Lulu. Lulu knows. Look at that.
No, man, I'm good for popping through church and saying hello and showing love. I'm not good for hanging out at church.
One thing
Because-
Corey looked out for me one time, and I didn't even ask him about it. You was at church.
You ain't gotta ask me for shit like that. But look, I know if I hang out at a church, I'm gonna start fucking the church members. I'm gonna do it. It's gonna happen.
What about the choir director?
It depends on how she looks.
So if he wasn't Corey Holcomb, you trying
But
to
that's
say
not
that?
real. I'm really Corey Holcomb. There's nothing you can do about it. I'm Corey Holcomb. If I'm at any church in America, I'm gonna wind up fucking the church members. That's why I leave them for the preacher. The preachers know I'm gonna fuck the church members. I done been to preachers' churches. They be like, "Cause God, who is that?" As soon as they see me, they already know. Yeah, I'm
So you're a condom for the pulpit. Like,
Right.
I got.
all them women who swear, especially the ones that shout in church, I always fuck them. The ones who be shouting, I make it my business to prove that the spirit
So you trying to tell me,
It's
man,
but
you
a
go
farce
to, so
in
you go
her.
to church to go on a prowl, man?
everywhere I go, I'm a man. I'm a man. Let me tell you something. I don't sleep with all the women I can sleep with because I have principles. But
What?
if I'm
You got
somewhere,
principles?
that's right.
Oh my God!
Luther,
Darling, step aside. Don't let that strike you now.
you know what? This week I'm working in Orlando.
Okay.
I work Friday and Saturday in Orlando.
Okay.
If you dare me, Sunday I will fly to Atlanta and I am gonna fuck a member of your church just to show you who the fuck I
That
am.
wouldn't make him a very good man of God.
You know what?
They not ready.
You know
for that.
what?
Luther,
I'm
they-
sure
they-
some of them are watching right now, and they'll disagree with you right now.
I'm sure some of them would disagree publicly.
They're disagreeing right now.
I already know what I'm capable of, Luther. I got some pretty suits.
You
Show
know,
up with
you know, at my
candy.
church,
They'll
at my
fuck
church, you
right.
come as you are.
Well, I got a
You-
Bible that's beautiful. When I walk indoors with it, them church girls be like, that is a nice Bible. I'm unstoppable in churches. I got the church smash a bitch kit that ain't nobody gonna be able to stop.
It's a kid, man.
It's a kit. My Bible is but of gold, like the streets of heaven.
Oh, bless his heart.
You should see their face when I walk in. I ain't never really got dressed up at your church because I be respectable. But when I go to these other churches, boy, for the preacher even get through preaching, I'm fucking.
That's hilarious.
That's why I rent vans.
That's how you set the mood. Listen to a sermon.
You rent vans, man?
I rent vans.
Fuck that.
They said Corey goes to church to pray. P-R-E.
P-R-E.
That's
right,
right.
yeah.
That's right. I'm saying these women at church have good intentions by the Lord. But
What, for them to say I was with Corey Holcomb?
no, I'm telling you, these women, when they see a boss,
I
and
can't,
they know a boss when they see
I
him.
can't look at that.
Religion is second to a boss. If you're a boss and you at a church, religion comes later on. The boss and what he is capable of is looked at as the true God in most churches in America. I'm telling you.
So,
I'm telling you, I ain't trying to diss nobody's church, but I have showed up as a boss in church, and the boss is put in front of the Almighty. You don't believe it? Go to church with a boss. You'll watch what the boss do in church. And it is because there are a lot of perpetrators amongst us. A lot of these people go to church with good intentions. I give them that. But when they in the presence of somebody like me who got $200 real dollars to give you, I'm invincible over everything. This is the word right here.
$200 real dollars, man.
200. That's about the average cost. I ain't lying, man. I done been there. I'm embarrassed for them. You think when after I get through sleeping with these church women, I'll be like, oh my God, now you got to start over
Wee.
and pray for forgiveness
You got
for
some
being
work
with
ahead of you, mister.
a wretch like me.
Don't even.
Yeah.
What I missed? I ain't hear
I
ya.
said he got some work ahead of him.
I got a deep question about church.
What?
If somebody pay your tithes and offering for you, does God count that as your sacrifice?
No, that gotta come from you.
So can't nobody pay it for you?
No, you talking about, is it
Yeah.
your money or their money?
Yeah, their money. They said, man, no, I got you, man.
That
But if he doesn't have it and that other person,
he has it.
That's how you catch a nigga trying to steal your blessing. Then, so if somebody pay,
So listen, man, I'd rather have a blessed 90 than a cursed 100.
A blessed 90 than a cursed 100?
Yep. I'd rather give God his, what belongs to him, and I'd rather give it to him.
But what if somebody wants to hear the word, but they just are poor? They don't have any money. You guys just allow them to keep coming? I mean, what happens with that?
No, I mean, look at the woman with the widow mites.
Well, you gotta say that louder. I didn't hear the widow mites.
Yeah, when Jesus talked about her, that she gave more than everybody. She gave what she had.
Right.
Yeah. So you got people who give what they had. I have people who I know that are on fixed income, but they give God what belongs to Him, and they live a blessed life.
Can I
They
ask
don't
you a
miss a
question
meal.
about that? Like, real talk.
Yeah.
So, when you say they give God
Right.
what belongs to God? Because I heard, but I wanna make sure I got this right. Are we supposed to give a certain percentage of what we make to
Is that in the Bible, the
Your
percentage?
tithes. Your tithes. Your 10%.
bring him something.
It's your tithes. Yeah.
You know,
God don't need no money.
some refreshment.
But like, okay, I'm not even gonna go.
That
But you know, I think people are more sour on a lot of that because you go to a church and then when that's happening, yet the church isn't being taken care of or upkept, or people aren't being helped.
You have people who abuse it.
A lot.
You have
That's the
people
sad
abuse
thing
it.
is that's what makes people sour about all
But
that.
you got some who are accountable. Like me,
Some. That's sad that it's some.
I
It's a lot.
have a system in place. I'm not even on the bank account. if I got anything, if I want anything over $50, I have to go to the CFO and get it approved. I have a system, and I put, even though I started the church, but I put that for accountability because I don't want people to never say, oh, that the preacher is robbing the church. No, I have people who I'm accountable to, and so that's how I do it because I believe in integrity. But you got some who don't.
This is your testimony, and look, I believe you, Luther. I believe you
because I don't preach to live. I live to preach.
But do you understand how lame it must be to give the average man who will borrow a sermon 10% of your income and say it's for God?
Well, some okay. This
is funny.
There's some who will. Well, I said, let's say it was you, Corey. We'll call it. He will Coreyrize it, meaning he Coreyrize it. He puts his own twist to it. He don't say it verbatim. He put his own twist to it, but he has the skeleton of it, and then he puts meat on the bone.
I feel you,
and that's what a lot of them do.
But I'm saying, like, are you supposed to give him 10%? He deserves 2%, right?
At the end of the day, it's still God's word.
It's God's word.
It's still God's word.
Okay. That's opinion, though. Luther.
At the end of the day, rather if I'm preaching it, if you preaching it, it's still God's word.
Right.
I wish y'all comedians would stop feuding with each other because, like, if one preacher falls, it gives a black eye to a whole bunch of us.
But there are some preachers who argue with other preachers and anybody else.
Oh yeah, you have that.
Because they stand on their principles and what they read in the Bible. That's what I'm saying.
No, you
I don't know why I can't think of my brother's name. Baldhead Jennings. I don't see him folding, trying to make nobody happy.
Oh no. Oh, he
how is that a man of God where he can't do right?
Well, I don't understand what you say, D?
How is that a man of God if he's not capable?
The only thing he does.
I think he is one of the real ones.
He combats people with the word and breaks it down.
He does what with the word?
He breaks things down for people and everything else. I think he's hilarious to me.
I thought you said he was one of the ones that didn't get along with it.
I think he's hilarious too.
The stuff he comes out with, he's hilarious. I like him, but he's hilarious to me.
I think that what he says is too straightforward for most people.
So he's a Corey Holcomb of the gospel, huh?
I like truth tellers, man.
But
if you tell the truth, if I had a woman who came up to me and say, Corey, I just got fucked by this dude I like. I wish I wouldn't have did it. Can we still make it? That lady has a better chance at being in my life than most other women who I know ain't got the courage to tell me what they did. I'd rather be with a motherfucker who stand on it and we can get through it with the truth than somebody who tell me I'm mad at you because you fucked the bitch and you stealing money out the account. That's the life I live. Bitch is stealing from me. Tell me I ain't shit for fucking a bitch, and this bitch stealing money out the account to go put it aside for herself. You see what I'm saying? Who the worst person in the world? I ain't did nothing but fuck bitches. I wasn't stealing money from the account. That's the point I'm trying to make.
Maybe she felt like she was deserving of it. Maybe she felt like she was deserving of it.
Feel. That's the word. Back it, what up, boy?
Yeah.
Feel. That's the word, Luther. Feel.
I would use.
I don't like that word.
No, he doesn't.
She believe I'm the one taking care of this. I'm not. So before he just throw me away, I'm gonna make sure I have me a cushion to fall on.
Whatever you want, however you make it sound. If you steal from me, you a goddamn dirtbag for life. And it is my job to outlive you and stand over you with your.
But it's your wife, right? So how's your wife? If y'all won, how is she stealing from you? It's both of y'all.
No. Bitches steal. I don't give a fuck if they're your wife. A bitch will motherfucking put shit in things called trust and everything and think you can't get to it. A bitch ain't shit, dog. I'm here to tell you, man. I'm saying, like, and they full of it. They infest the churches. And nobody checks them. I saw some lady on the internet the other day talking about the women who are dressed like sluts in church. Bitches in church with their shoulder out. I know she wasn't popular amongst her peers after that, but I'm just saying, like, what is church? Is it a fashion show where you supposed to wear these latest? Do you think, like you said, I think I asked you this already. Stretch pants in church, that's acceptable, huh?
Yeah, earlier. But just wear a long shirt and cover your buttocks.
Just wear a long shirt and cover your buttocks. Okay.
Come on, church.
Come on, church.
Come on, church. Come on, y'all.
That's what.
Come on.
That's my brother Luther. He said you can wear stretch pants,
Just
wear
cover
a
your
long shirt, cover your buttocks, come on to church.
Come on, church.
Man.
I'm gonna get me a church. And I can't wait to see them girls show up in there with that shit. I'm gonna be like, you funky heathen bitch! You are trying to distract my people who came here to be served by the word of God with your provocative outfits you got on. I'm gonna need you to go home, read up on what's right, and come back dressed appropriate as you are before us, young lady. Can't say that because then everybody call you a bad guy.
Man, did you learn anything on Black Jesus?
No, Black Jesus was a production. Black Jesus was a production. Goddamn. Yeah, I'm saying I'm just different than most people. What they say, D?
Nothing.
You can't read that. You just be playing
Very
it off.
funny. Yeah, right.
It's a nervous reaction D had, so she acted like she read
They
something.
said you asked that question because you really want to wear stretch pants to church.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So you wanted to know if it was okay.
What is that?
Go down. They
Man,
said
you know
Corey
these
asked-
you know these internet trolls. They
No,
just
where's
really be
that
talking-
at? I want to make sure.
Yeah, them
I want to
internet
make sure
trolls.
D saw
Oh,
it.
he really thinks I'm
Internet
Oh my
trolls.
God.
You know these internet
That was
they
a
be
long paragraph, D.
talking. They sure be
Where is
talking.
Hold on. Where did
Where?
It's there. Hold on.
Yeah.
Did you go to? Wait.
Told you D crazy. D be lying. She be making up shit.
Why would I make that up?
Only thing I knew she was lying because she said, oh, never mind.
You went
so
too
then
far.
she thought
No,
of
I'm
something.
not. Who said? Watch the same person. I the shit at D. Now let it go. Let it or scroll back down. I saw it. I wouldn't have thought of that myself.
You can't read that fast.
Wow. Okay, juicy lips.
D cap. And you get cold capping.
That ain't holy water on his lips.
D got cold capping. Trust
That shiny stuff on his is not holy water.
She getting defensive because she got caught capping. We don't see
I
that
didn't.
nowhere on there, D.
It is on there.
Where? Where's that? We always
going.
find the shit when we go back to it.
Keep-
He lying like a motherfucker.
No, I'm not. I saw it. It said Corey. That's because Corey wants to wear stretch pants.
Where's that?
You'll find it. Watch. I swear on everything. I'm serious. It
Cap.
said stretch pants. It even had that on there.
But Corey, you know these internet trolls, they funny to me. The stuff they be writing, they funny to me.
Ah! Boom! Thanks, Sag! Thanks, Sag! Because old Loud Precise over here just took out my left ear, but that's okay. Thank you, Sag.
That ain't what D said.
I saw it so fast and I caught that. So what? Oh, wow. I embellished it by what? One word? Ooh.
Well, a whole bunch
Now
of
he can now
words.
see. Now he's gonna try and fix that. You see there? You see
D,
how?
you
that-
got caught capping.
Wow! Look, he don't want to admit it. Come on! Wow! Talk about being real. Be real, Corey. You see that's? I saw it. We got it.
If you say so, but that's
Own
what
it.
you said.
Own it. Okay. So what? That I
You
had
said
it.
Corey trying to wear stretch pants.
Bam! Boom! Hello.
Now what you say?
I don't even remember what I said. What I said the first time.
know.
All I know is it was going by so fast, and I caught that. Oh, and I laughed. and
video.
boom.
No, she says, and the reason why Corey is asking because you want to wear stretch pants.
There you go.
That's
I
what
actually
she
gave
said.
That's
it.
what she said.
That's what she said.
That don't say nothing like that.
But
Oh
still
my
say
God.
still say you trying to wear stretch pants, man. All right.
But why you put all them? That was 5 extra words on there.
Wow. Good luck with that girl. Wow. Ooh wee. Woo.
All right, fuck it. I'm gonna show you what 5 extra words can do to a sentence. I'm gonna get you.
I was explaining that the person said that. So of course there's going to be extra words. I'm not just going to blurt out, Corey trying to wear stretch pants. You feel me?
Right.
He's just so butthurt that he don't want to admit it. That's, oh my goodness, Corey's not a big
he
deal.
let the internet troll affect him right about now.
See, that's what I'm saying. See there?
I know he ain't let the internet troll.
Fuck them hoes at your church, Luke.
You can let it play now, Nail. Thank you, Say.
I'm coming
Thank
this
you,
Sunday. I'm
Say.
switching my ticket up. You know how expensive it is to switch a flight from motherfucking there to your church to get back? But I'm gonna do it. And I'm going raw.
You know how
part of your church, Luther.
Because Corey be up all night.
I'ma send you a picture.
He gonna be.
I'm gonna FaceTime you when I'm with one of your church members. I'm gonna be like, Luther!
It's frozen, I am.
What that man say on the?
It's frozen.
On
Oh my gosh, is that in church?
that's how they dress in church? Is that appropriate in church, Luther?
No,
Look at his face.
that's crazy.
I'm gonna be like that old man in New Jack City at that banging girl at your church. I'm FaceTime. You're gonna be like, adulterer! Your soul is required.
I got an argument with a girlfriend because she came back from a church event, and I remember her saying, I said, oh, you didn't go to church today? She goes, I just came from. I was like, and I wasn't sure. She was what? I said, okay. I was like, you wore that? And she got so I was like, oh my, what are you doing?
People just coming
She
as
had on some-
people just coming as they are.
Yeah, I was like, where'd you go? Some kind of.
Greg, when the last time you went to church, man?
I went to my
A funeral or something?
no,
That's
my
when we go.
bro had a baby and they christened the baby
Oh.
about 2 months ago.
There you go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm trying to remember the last time I went to church. I think it was Luther Church.
It was my church.
That's probably the last time I went.
Yeah.
I'll be there Sunday. Y'all prepare for me.
We'll have a special seat waiting.
Glory on the main line, fucking when I wanna. Glory on the
We'll have a special parking space waiting.
Those are gonna tell them girls too. Y'all be careful, Corey in here.
You can hate as long as it's the guy.
I'm gonna have that 200 in my hand. This is your personal offering, ma'am. Now Luther got some outstanding women at his church. They would never go for that.
Somebody said Jehovah's Witness.
Somebody said, Craig, did you at least pray? Anyway. All right, fuck it.
Yeah, I pray every day.
All you pastors out there who ain't got what you need to get out there and get your sermon together, I look down on you. I don't think that's something that, I think we need people. There's always going to be somebody writing off the great ones. Comedy, preaching, singing, you name it.
There's some preachers have ghostwriters to write their sermons.
Preachers have ghostwriters.
There's some who have ghostwriters, yeah.
You come with a new hour every Sunday?
Was it?
You come with a new hour every Sunday?
What do you mean?
Or a new sermon?
Yeah.
Absolutely. I study. I'm constantly studying. I'm constantly studying. And Saturday's my day. I shut down. Corey will tell you, I don't go nowhere. I don't go nowhere. I don't leave my house. And that's my time. My study time.
It's
my
hard
time
for a
between me and
pastor
the Lord.
like preacher. One day we was at this little restaurant eating, and they brought him something to drink, and it looked like it was a drink glass. And Luther didn't like that. Luther was like, "No, I can't have that glass like that because it looked like pastor in here drinking."
Yep, I sure did. Yeah, they brought me a little small glass. Like, no, so some people get offended or look at me in the glass. And no, I said, you gotta bring it to me in a taller glass because people gonna think I'm really drinking.
Ain't that some responsibility?
He's worried about what other people think.
Because I know when I get my church,
You gonna have some alcohol at the top?
man, I'm gonna have Patron bottles.
We're taking shots of Pepsi.
Here we go again.
You got a popular church, they gonna show up, right? The popular churches is what's cracking.
What do you think of these churches that are of recent that are like doing some pretty outrageous things to
Like what, D?
get like that one guy that spit in the guy's mouth?
Oh, see, that's
Stuff like that. I'm just saying stuff like that to get right in front of everybody.
That's foolishness. I keep what's sacred. That's what I do. And there's certain things, there's certain boundaries I'm just not gonna cross.
Right.
And some people they try to have an edge. They try to be deep, mystical, and all that.
Now you
Stupid
foolish.
But you don't. Okay, so you don't believe because the ones that there's a couple of them, and they all said the same thing.
Why
That
you spit in his mouth, D? You trying to
we covered that story. We covered that story
You trying to
here.
heal
We
bad
actually had that. We actually had that.
The book about backwash.
Yeah, he
Your
had
mouth
it lean
is
back
dead.
and he dripped it in his mouth. It was so gross. But anyway, and there was a couple of other incidences with other pastors as well. But their reasoning is that they're trying to. They knew it was. He apologized, of course, because he got some
Spit in
backlash.
his mouth.
But But they were saying that they were doing whatever it took to get people's attention because the heavier thing was the word of to get the word across and get the word out
A
there.
lot of
So.
people, a lot of people like sound bites and clickbaits just to get attention, audience, and busting the seats. That's what they like.
Or like that one, but he's in jail now. The one in New York that got where the robbers came in.
I don't think he's in jail as right now.
Oh no.
No.
Oh, but he's going to trial or something. The one that
Yeah,
that
he
dressed
went
in,
to trial,
like,
got
all that-
found guilty, but I don't believe he went to jail.
Oh, not yet. That outrageous outfits, all that canal
all that
movie and all
Gucci.
that. Yeah.
That assault when you spit on a motherfucker.
Yeah.
In their mouth.
Yeah, but he did it in the church. I forget
But
it.
what was the reason?
I can't remember. We covered that
Well,
story
how
too. I
does a
can't
nigga
remember.
open his mouth and let the nigga
In
spit
front
it?
of everybody at the church. Did it? Yeah.
That is so out the box.
You don't remember that story?
On the
Frank?
healing side of it.
We
man.
covered that
He
here.
was trying to heal in a way that's never been done before. That nigga was trying to get in the Guinness Book of World Records.
They COVID Christians.
First mouth spit.
COVID Christians.
Mm.
What?
Shut up, Black. Them niggas was at the show in Denver. Shut up, Black. Y'all some stupid motherfuckers,
That's
man.
wild. You shouldn't be able to lay hands on nothing below the waist.
What you mean by that?
You know, like when they, I don't think a preacher should. Well, not, let me say that for a woman.
When a girl's shouting, you got to get off the floor any way you can.
Yeah, but
Man, no, you just grab him by the arm, man.
Grab him by the arm.
Underneath like this. That's all. It help him up.
Oh, okay. Or don't they get him by the hand and then
Somebody
the
said
other
Luther.
hand behind the
Yeah.
back?
It said Luther. Somebody said Luther. Knock Craig out. That's cold, man.
Corey, is that always on your mind, man?
What?
Is that always on your mind?
Sex?
What?
Yeah, sex.
Sex?
Fornication.
What did I
Sex.
say about sex?
Every time you talking about you want to smash something, you don't want to get something.
Luther
Is that
mad.
always on your mind?
Luther mad.
Is that what's on
See,
your mind?
I know Luther. He ain't mad at me, but he gonna hold a grudge. But Luther knows that he can't stop me from smashing at his church. And if I can come before the women that he preached to every week and smash one of them,
Oh my!
means Luther, you failed him. I'm gonna get him, Luther. I'll be there Sunday.
My bad.
You a Look, if I smash somebody and I done gave a warning, that means, goddamn it, you got to realize I'm a God.
All right, let me clarify what that guy did. The Pastor Michael Todd, that was his name, of Transformational Church in
We talking
Tulsa.
about the spit nigga, right?
Yes.
Let's-
He didn't actually spit on the guy's face. He spit in his hand and then rubbed it on the man's face.
Oh, this man is a homosexual. You can see that.
You could tell he a homosexual.
He
Yeah.
said that
He preached with
Jesus
a butt
healed a
plug in.
blind man by spitting on his hands. and then
Anybody
spitting on the
eyes
man's
that
eyes.
buck and they mouth closed, they gay.
That nigga preaching with a. He preaching with.
So
That's a gay look when you do this.
so Corey, so gay now got a look and a sound like you
For
just talking
him,
about
yes.
But that man
Yes.
If you got your eyes buck and your mouth closed,
Yeah.
look at that, man.
That nigga got a butt plug in right now.
You sit down, Hardy, or come. People don't know it's a thing back there.
He rubbed it right on that
There's a
guy's
G-spot,
eyes.
a dog spot.
It's a G spot, right where the shit's sitting, waiting to come out.
Little piece of corn on top of it. Knock that out.
It's a G spot by the shithole in bed.
This man right here
Oh,
is a
and
weirdo.
Frank, the reason why he did it was he said he was
Look at
trying.
him.
Oh yeah,
Look at him. You
Wait,
Yeah.
telling me that?
he
man.
said he was trying to relay in his sermon. This is why he did
Come
it.
on, man.
He,
He
was
done put a
trying,
rub on a nigga
he's
before.
happily married.
he said he was trying to relay in his sermon
He's
that
happily married.
Christians should keep faith in God even when his vision doesn't make sense.
He got pink fingernail polish on. Though. What the fuck is?
Rubbed it on across his eyes. Anyway,
It was
He looked like he a sneaker kiss.
it was poor.
He gonna be a paramedic.
It was better way than to do a demonstration. You know,
Exactly, it was
yeah,
better
it
way.
was a better way than a
Exactly.
demonstration.
Why don't preachers do magic tricks? That's more entertaining than.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Magic tricks for demonstration.
Instead of saying Shazam.
I'm gonna let this sickness go away.
oh, and by the
Why
way,
not? Y'all see
Corey,
that smoke? That's the secret.
that
They
pastor.
gonna deal with another motherfucker.
Oh no, I was just reading on it because we hadn't covered this story for a couple years. I remember when it first hit. Anyway, Todd and his wife are both pastors at his church.
See?
That
was
nigga's
Todd.
name's Todd.
That's the guy. Him
That's
and
a
his
gay
wife.
name,
Him and
Todd.
his wife is also a pastor.
His wife is a pastor?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go.
Need I say more?
Yeah, they
She
were-
run the house.
Oh, Lord.
How she run the house if they both pastor together, man?
Nigga had a
Your
land.
woman ain't got no motherfucking business talking outside the house doing what you do.
Woman shouldn't talk to nobody she can't whoop. Which is most people.
I'm going to preach and my bitch going to preach. What kind of sense do that make?
When I'm done, she's